Well, there's a lot of people that like NATO, but I'm not one of them. However, you can actually make a NATO useful by cutting off, as I've mentioned before, that useless bit of rubbish that is attached to it to somehow lock the watch in place, as if it actually needs to be locked in place, because it won't really fall. So why I like cutting off this useless vestigial strap here is because it turns it into actually a watch strap instead of that stupid NATO thing. And one of the advantages is that when you actually do it up to wear it, you'll find that you can actually have it so that, as you saw when I took it off, all of that bulky rubbish that hangs out on the side of a NATO and makes it look friggin' ugly can actually disappear to under the watch. So let's just put this thing back on. Just taking a break from working on my motorcycle, which is giving me some grief at the moment, but that's it's a different issue. So now I can put the watch back on, tighten it up to how I like, thread the strap through, fold it over, jam it in there, and look at that. It just looks like I'm wearing a watch. To any other person looking at this, I've just got a watch on, and it doesn't have that annoying thing poking up, so I can actually even make it go further around if I like, but I can clear up the sides so that, you know, it's not an annoying thing when you're putting your hand into some place getting caught on everything. It's actually quite a useful way of doing it. So another reason to cut the vestigial appendix off the NATO straps and turn your watch into actually a comfortable watch strap. And of course, even though you might put this on the desktop when you're working on something, and you can always roll this around further if that's even still in your way, it actually doesn't really kind of cause any grief. You know, it's quite thin there still. So now the thing sits on my wrist much more nicely. You've got all of the supposed advantages of the spring bar won't fall off and lose your watch because, you know, it's still a strap. And it's actually much more like the strap that everyone fell in love with that Sean Connery was wearing in Goldfinger. It's actually just a strap.